A lot of us are discussing that KFC commercial that came out with the big egg. I made a video, a lot of people made a video. But what many people are not discussing is the commercial that came out 9 months ago by the very same people that was released overseas. And before I show you that commercial, because I'm going to show it to you, I want to break it down very quickly because there's a lot of symbolism and things inside that if you don't pay attention, you'll miss it because it goes by very fast. It begins with a woman doing laundry. And in the background, she's listening to the radio. And in the radio, they're discussing about a minister of artificial intelligence denying the very notion that they're not real, that they're real. And everything turns really weird, really fast. She ends up turning around, dancing, and becoming somewhat of a zombie. There's frequencies or something within the background of the commercial that creates this zombified state. We're taken to another scene of a gas station, but not a gas station using petroleum, a station, a true supercharged station where you can see an electric vehicle having issues going forward or moving. I zoomed up on the numbers. If you pause it when I show you the commercial, you can see the different numbers that it cycles through. This was the one that was a little bit more interesting for me, but you tell me. We're then taken into a bar where you see a fox looking at this person, right? The bartender. And in the background, there's a TV that states man marries AI partner. And what can we even believe anymore is what this person is stating. You then start seeing a group of people dancing like Michael Jackson's Thriller, moving on. And this right here, I showed you this because this was not worded at all within the video. There's nobody that spoke at all, but the caption "you" came up. Then immediately after, we see this scene where a man is walking or gliding across the top of a water. He's not inside, he's gliding across like he's surfing, but there's no surfboard or anything to that nature. We then are taken to the group of people because everybody comes together. They're all separate doing their things, but then something happens and they all become the Walking Dead. Zombies, all confused or conflicted by a vibration or something while the information is given in the background. Essentially, I would say bringing attention to an NPC state where they tell you what's going on, where we see what's going on, but everybody is so enthralled in something other than that they are dismissing it completely with a chicken there. What can they be enthralled with? Well, I would suggest you watch the movie They Cloned Tyrone, and you can see that they alleged within the video, because this video is just for entertainment, it alleges nothing and is just speaking on popular belief. It's edited in such a way to be original, and it was created within my studio using high definition software. And alluding to this is always the centerpiece of the whole thing. At the very end, the entire group surrounds this chicken on a pedestal or on its thing, and they're saying, again, what we saw in the other commercial, believe in chicken. Now, I'm going to show you the commercial right now, but keep this whole thing in mind. I muted the video because it's very disturbing, and again, I wanted this video to be altered in such a way as to not represent the original video, because this video that you're watching is completely original and was made using high def. I hate having to repeat that, and alleges nothing, just for entertainment. And this is where the people start hearing something, because within the background of the actual video, there's this frequency, there's something going on that makes them all come together. He's listening to his headset, they all become who they are. They all do this little wonky dance. We see a newspaper on the floor with the WTF. Then again, that chicken that I mentioned right there. And again, we know what type of dance this is. We've seen this before. As you saw the caption pop up with "you," that was not within the video. No one stated "you" at all. There goes that man gliding across the water or sliding across the water, whatever have you. They're doing this. It's very disturbing. I mean, and that right there is an electric vehicle within the front. And in the back is a regular gas or petroleum vehicle. Now we see them going into this big square, this big circle where they're surrounding this chicken. Again, I'm sorry that we don't have the audio, but I did that for obvious reasons. Everyone leaves what they're doing. The trainer leaves, goes to the chicken. Everyone's obsessed with this chicken, right? They stop doing what they're supposed to, their work, their workouts, their everything, and they go in and they worship this chicken. Then it says, believe in chicken. Now, Easter, the worship of eggs, the fertility god, this is not new. This is very old. And this is the god Ishtar. We rebuke your name in the name of Christ, who has all these eggs and rabbits and all this stuff. And if you speak to the Catholic Church or other denominations, they will state that Easter did not originate from them, but I'm very questionable when I'm given the information by people who practice paganism themselves. Allegedly, I don't know. I'll read this with you so we can get through it quickly. Ishtar, pronounced Easter, is a day commemorating the resurrection of the god Tammuz, who was believed to be the only begotten son of the moon goddess Semiramis, aka Ishtar, and the sun god Nimrod, aka we know this name. After her son Nimrod, who was also her husband, died, Ishtar became pregnant and claimed it was the rays of the sun god, you know him, that caused her to conceive her son Tammuz. Tammuz loved rabbits but was killed by a boar while hunting. Ishtar also claimed that she was immaculately conceived. Does that sound familiar? Although, in any event, she taught that the moon was the goddess that went through a 28-day cycle and ovulated when full. She claimed that she fell from the moon in a giant moon egg into the Euphrates River. Ishtar Sunday was celebrated every year on the Sunday after the first full moon, after the spring equinox, which with sacred hot cross buns, cakes, ham, rabbits, eggs, painted on the blood of sacrificed infants. Now, I know a lot of people will make correlations to our Messiah, but that is not at all our Messiah. We know historically that Jesus existed. He was real. We have more documentation for him than anyone else in all of existence that he was a real person. I also find it odd that in 1946, there was supposedly a ritual to bring about Nimrod, the spirit of Nimrod, to bring that entire thing back. And guess who was born in 1946? Again, this video is just for entertainment. It alleges nothing at all. I'm not saying that they're paving the way for electric vehicles, artificial intelligence to take over the world, the old gods to re-emerge. The Euphrates rivers is already dried up or drying up, creating the shape of the Omega, and there are things happening all over the world. And so many people are caught up in their own world that they resemble the NPCs within this video without realizing we are living in biblical times. Please be careful out there. God bless you. And by all means, pick up the Bible and start reading it. Time is near.